The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show.
Alright, friends, so let's have a really and truly nice talk right now, right? So Constance now is now going to be aware of what's taking place with the Daltons. And I want you to pay attention because there are some lessons that are coming up now for us to learn with different pieces. We heard Candice yesterday. Now we're going to hear Constance. Let's jump into it. Let's go.
This is Constance.
Hey, Constance, it's Amber.
Hey, Amber.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Just working on some discovery for a case.
Gotcha.
What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to run something by you real quick.
Okay.
What do you think about me telling Anthony that I don't want anything?
Excuse me?
Okay. So let me first start by telling you this. When you hire a lawyer, the lawyer represents you, not you represent the lawyer. Let me backtrack that again. When you hire a lawyer, the lawyer represents you, not you represent the lawyer. Now, is the lawyer's deal to give you to do what's in your best interest? Yes. However, the term your best interest is relative to what you are thinking about. So the question is Amber thinking about Amber at this point? Because if she is and she's saying she wants peace right now, then her best interest is for peace. So I've already told you what I've said as far as is concerned. Because the house is already an asset and it's in Amber's name. If Amber were to sit down with Anthony and really had a conversation and say, you know, Anthony, since you're thinking 10%, let me talk to your lawyer, let's get this worked out. It could have been done. Slam, bam, she get the house, she walks off, Anthony walk off, she walks off, and you're moving to separate directions. However, I believe, and I always believe, that Constance was going to talk her out of this. Because like I showed you before with Constance and the other lawyer, when Jay was doing his, Constance is about long-range divorce because she gets paid more monies. That is what Amber fans missed.
What did you say? Telling Anthony what?
That I want 0%.
And you're asking me what do I think about that?
Yeah.
And you're serious?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think that I want to move on with my life with Dave and
Okay, Amber fans, now I want y'all to pay attention because when O'Neill talk, you chastise O'Neill and you don't understand where my conversations come from. This woman wants peace, and she's not even sure about the peace that she actually wants. In other words, she's very scanty with her words. She's very selective as to how she's talking to the lawyer. She's not sure. Or maybe I'm incorrect. Does she sound sure to you? Let me ask you that question. Does she sound like she's sure about what she's saying right now? Or is she questioning herself? Like she always does each time. These were things that you, when you talk to them about Amber, you need to make sure you include that into the fray, because these things create some of the problems that she goes through.
I mean, maybe it's not the best idea, but I know it would make Dave happy, and Dave has been so good to me. I just
Okay, well, let me confirm something for you. It is absolutely not the best idea. So that's a no. And as far as Dave, Dave come this far. He'll understand. He can wait a little longer.
Boom. So in other words, she pivoted to making Dave happy instead of making Amber happy. So we're back to the same square again. Remember this morning, Charmin, when you were talking? Remember this morning, friends, when you were talking and you're giving O'Neill all of these phrases? O'Neill don't just talk. O'Neill, watch. Everything you're seeing now, how Amber is moving now, Amber has moved this way before. Where she's not sure on a lot of things, and so she gets these opinions all over the place, and instead of basically being cemented on where she is, She's not able to cement herself on that. Here's what I do agree with Dave. Again, people say, maybe Dave doing this and Dave doing that. I haven't seen it. Here's what I do know about Dave. Dave has put this woman's name on a house, which means it is an asset that the woman now has in her name. This woman also is going through a divorce. So it is within this woman's best interest if she and her husband could work something out. But she probably may not work it out. Let's keep going.
Right.
We're not walking away with zero.
Okay. And the other thing is it okay that they've bought me a house and put my name on the deed?
Amber, are you hungry? What's going on?
Am I hungry?
Is this a joke?
No, it's very real.
Amber, this is stupid.
Huh. So yesterday when I spoke to a lot of people and their first thing was, no, it's a gift. It's only this, that, whatever it is. And I said, it's not a great move because you didn't consult the other people. And I'm not sure how the title is taken. That's the right answer. People wanted to give me a lot of legal framework and let me give you the legal framework. And I said, how do you have the legal framework if you don't know what's inside of that deed? You don't know what's in the deed. Amber's lawyer now was not contacted before any of this was done to know exactly how to do it. So that way it don't become a part of her divorce. What did y'all try to tell me? You try to give me the framework and tell me that you big guys basically were right? And I said you don't have enough information. You basically have an equation with a bunch of unknown variables. It's almost like you have X and Y in the equation. You can't have more than one unknown variable in the equation if you have in this quadrant, this formula. You can't have more than one variables in the unknown variables in the equation. It can't be more than one, but we have more than one. So how are you able to solve to know exactly if there's a problem or not? Because guess what Constance is saying? It's a problem. Proceed.
Well, dang, Constance, what do you mean? Maybe you didn't hear me. Dave used his money. He bought the house. He just added my name on the deed. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Amber, this is stupid. I heard you. I don't care who money was used. The fact that your name is on this house is a problem. That is now a marital asset. You just signed onto a house while you're legally married to Anthony. That's a marital asset. That's absolutely no.
Exactly. So that's why we kept saying, you don't know the circumstance that this was done. If Constance was involved in the process, Constance would have known how to assist the person writing this whole entire asset up as to how to write it up. But she's not involved in the process. And that's kind of what I was trying to peep to some people to tell you what was going on. That's why I did the video yesterday. Let me see if I can post it inside of this chat in a link somewhere. That's why I did that video, to try to give you ideas. If Dave was looking to refinance it, what would have occurred? So you got an idea. But some people go off and them think O'Neill is just trying to. No, you don't have enough information. You don't know. That's why they keep saying, O'Neill kept saying the right answer is, it depends. It depends. Did Amber consult her attorney? Did Amber consult her attorney along with the other attorney for the property? Because that's what I kept seeing each and every time. But, Constance, proceed.
No.
Right. You don't think he would try to come after another man's house, though, right?
Well, technically, it's another man's house and his wife's house. So, yes, I do think he would do that.
Right. Okay, well, you know what? Don't you worry about that. I'm going to handle that.
No. Don't you worry about it. I am going to handle it. And going forward, before you make any decisions, I don't care if it's a thought, if you write it down, text it to yourself, talk to me before you do anything.
Correct. Because in case you guys weren't watching yesterday, in case y'all guys haven't been watching, remember when Anthony was trying to take Amber's name off of a joint account or whatever he was trying to do, and they told him there is a standing order. Remember what I call it? A lis pendens. There's a pending suit. That's what I was trying to explain to people. There's a pending suit. So if your name goes on any asset at all, there is a pending suit that will stop that particular property from doing anything at all. So all of Dave's moves that Dave is moving without telling Amber because he was trying to surprise Amber. You see what's going on. But however, in my regard, I do think, this is what I think Amber should have done. Amber should have basically sat with Anthony, had a conversation, talked to his lawyer, draft up a document or something to that effect. Draft up a document for him saying, hey, I'm willing to whatever it is, as long as you're willing to whatever it is, and put a document together and then move from there. If she was trying to really, move on like she said she's trying to do with Dave and do her own thing. But the mere fact that she hasn't done that, it kind of loosey-goose and it's open right now. That's what I'm saying to y'all.
Before you allow anyone to do anything for you.
Right.
That's why I'm here.
Right.
So don't do anything about the house. Let me handle that. Let me worry about that.
Okay.
And go get something to eat. I think you might be hungry. Need some water. Get hydrated.
Right. Okay, Constance, thank you. I appreciate you. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
So let me also tell y'all something. See that like a GLD deal that Amber's been working and putting her name on the percentages? Them little assets that she's been getting? Yeah, that's a part of the divorce too, in case y'all don't know. Because I see y'all just talking and talk about Anthony and y'all don't realize everything matters. And that's what O'Neill was trying to peep game to tell y'all. But every time O'Neill tell y'all, wanna sit down and think O'Neill is trying to hate on Amber and you think I'm trying to do something and O'Neill is just saying these things because no. This is what I would have done. If I wanted to really and truly settle, I would have sat down with as I said, with Anthony, would have a conversation. I would try to get a legal document signed between the both of us. That this is what we wanted to do, okay? That this is what we're to do, get a little witnessing on it, and then basically proceed the way that I wanted to proceed. Tell Constance what I wanted to do. To tell the lawyer, I'm willing to take the 10%. Tell her, not ask her. Tell her I'm willing to take the 10% as long as that's it. The 10% and there's nothing else. If they sign to that agreement, then that's perfectly fine. That's what I would have done. If I wanted to be out of this and done and then move on, then she just move on to the Dave thing and work her own thing. However, that's not what Constance wants to be done. Constance wants to keep her in a divorce because lawyers make more money the longer the case goes on. And that's why Constance has always been. In case y'all don't know, Constance make her money from each time the divorce prolongs and prolongs and prolongs. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll talk to y'all soon.